Hi everyone, welcome to Yes Friday on Have You Heard? And the day has finally arrived. Ominously in the back there's Big Generator. But we are, of course, listening today to a track from 90125, the controversial, I guess, 1983 album, November 1983. In which Trevor Rabin joins the band for the first time. Steve Howe is no longer there. And John Anderson returns. And perhaps crucially, Trevor Horn produces. So Trevor Horn has moved from vocals to production. John Anderson has come back in. Steve Howe has gone and formed Asia and done all that with Jeff Downes, and Trevor Rabin has come in. But of course, Trevor never really wanted it to be called Yes at all. And we will talk about that after we listen to the song. We're listening to Hold On, track 2 of side 1. I figured we won't go for the obvious one just now. We'll listen to Owner of a Lonely Heart another time. But, you know, this could end up being a highly philosophical discussion. When is yes, yes, and when is yes not yes? Is yes Tony Kaye and not Rick Wakeman? Is yes Rick Wakeman and not Tony Kaye? Is yes Patrick Moraz and not Rick Wakeman? Is yes drama? Are they still yes or are they not yes? Is Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman Howe yes? Is this yes? Oh my, this is ridiculous, isn't it? But let's have a little conversation and discussion afterwards. Well, at least I'll give you my viewpoints and then you can all shout me down in the comments or else agree. But firstly, we'll listen to the music. And right up front, I just want to tell you this is one of my favourite albums of all time. So there you are. I've nailed my colours to the mast. Please, I'm there to be shot down or supported. It's Hold On. Released on the 7th of November 1983, not the 1st of June 83 as Spotify says. They never get it right. Hold On by Yes.
we drown in incomplete capacity strain. Just stop them all when the fear it calls. How we drown in stylistic audacity. Charge the common ground. Round and round, we live in gravity shake. We shake so hard, how we laugh so loud. When we reach, we believe in eternity. I believe in eternity. Hold up, hold up. Sunshine, take it to shine, see it through. Hold up. Sunshine, baby, it shines, it's looking for you.
I always feel it cuts off far too quickly. That could go on for another 30 seconds, Trevor soloing there. But there we go. And this is the deluxe edition, so this is one of the remasters. Now then, as I say, this could be a huge philosophical debate on the existence of a rock band, but I'll try not to. We won't do that. Let's try and keep it really succinct and fairly short and sweet. And on future videos, I'll expand probably a little bit more on my feelings towards Yes post 1983. Suffice to say that I have mentioned before that just about all iterations of Yes I love, and I think that's purely because I lived through the timeline of the band. I'm not saying that because you all loved the Yes album in 1971 and you should love 90125 in 1983. I'm not saying that, because there will be musical tastes that differ. And people that particularly love prog rock won't love this kind of anthemic stadium rock type sound, which is what it is. It's anthemic. And it certainly is not Gates of Delirium. I was in a situation where I was living in the other side of the world in South Africa, in Durban at the time. And, I thought, and people like me perhaps, a few people who like prog rock in South Africa, they all thought that Yes was dead and buried. We thought that was the end of the band. Everybody had gone off to do things new. And the drama after drama was really the end of the road for the band. So imagine my surprise when I turn up with my wife to, believe it or not, a David Essex concert um, at Westridge Tennis Stadium in Durban. I think it was very late 1983. And I didn't even know that this album had been released. I was out of the loop regarding Yes. And David Essex, do you all know who David Essex is? The UK people will know. He was a guy who was had a few hit singles, and he was an actor mainly, but he had some hit singles in the 70s. And he was a fairly good musician, but for anybody from overseas to come to play a tour in South Africa was remarkable. So we would flock out to whoever came, irrespective of whether we liked their music or had their albums or whatever, because we never got a chance to see live music at this level. So I was in the crowd with my reasonably new wife, and we were waiting for David Essex to come out. It was an outdoor gig, and over the PA, the guys were playing. So there was a DJ, and he was playing music, and I wasn't really taking much notice until he said, "And here is a new single by a band called Yes." And as if he'd never heard of them before, and my ear twitched, and he started playing "Owner of a Lonely Heart," and I thought, what the hell is this? I didn't even know Yes were back together again. Is this Yes? Is it the same Yes? But then I heard the vocals, and yeah, I know those vocals. And of course, I couldn't wait to get home and um, get to a record shop and find out if anybody knew what was going on, which of course is what I did. Hence the album. um, and of course, just hearing John Anderson's voice again, not with Vangelis, but with Chris Squire, um, just filled my heart with joy. And then to hear that, in fact, the guitarist and the guy who wrote most of the music for the album was Trevor Rabin, South Africa's own superstar. I just couldn't believe it. And I guess I just fell in love with it. I really did like the music, and it was different from previous iterations of Yes. Of course it was. But it was 1983, nearly 84. Times had changed. And I wasn't getting to hear very much prog rock from where I was. And it was such a pleasure to hear this catchy, um, anthemic, but interesting music, because you cannot fail to agree that there's interesting stuff on this album. I mean, Leave It is like nothing anybody had ever done before. Trevor Horn was the producer of the day, and he knew what the 1980s market wanted. And it wanted synths, it wanted glossy production, and that's what he gave everybody with this album. And of course, old-fashioned prog rockers, Yes, just usurped the crown of all the AOR and even the brand new bands who were thinking that they could just come in and rule the world. Sorry, Tears for Fears. But the new bands who thought they could bring their synths out and just do their stuff, these old guys, these old proggers, beat them to it and produced an album of such quality and such interest and such range that it really shocked the world. Okay, stop it, Richard. That's the history lesson out of the way. Um, of course, Yes themselves, um, it was such a surprise, as I say. And of course, we all know the story that Chris Squire and Alan White were trying to get together with Jimmy Page, and that didn't work out. And somehow in LA, they heard the tapes that Trevor Rabin was hawking around all of the labels and the managers and the agents, trying to get a deal for him to do himself a solo album. And Chris heard it, and so they decided to form a band, Alan, Chris, and Trevor, and it was going to be called Cinema. And Trevor was very much a multi-instrumentalist, so he played guitar, he played keys, blah 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 blah. But they needed a keyboard player for when they went live, and so Chris invited Tony Kaye to come back, and Tony came, didn't really enjoy the recording experience too much and left, but then came back again for the tour. Mainly because I think Trevor Rabin's a bit of a control freak, and he wrote it all, and he wanted to do it all himself, and Tony was a little bit frozen out. And then, of course, Chris wanted to tell his old friend what he'd been doing, so he took the tapes around to John's house and said, "John, listen to this stuff that I'm doing with this guy called Trevor Rabin." And John said, "Oh, this is good. What if you do this? What if you do that? What if I come in and sing on this and sing on that?" And all of a sudden, John was back in the band. And they called it Yes. And as I say, Trevor didn't want it to be called Yes because he recognized that this music was nothing like the type of music that Yes had become famous for and had created this huge following for. But management and Chris and John said, "Well, it's just you that's new. All the other guys were in Yes before, so let's call it Yes." And of course, it was a massive success. Most of the music had been created by Trevor, or certainly most of the hard work had been done. But this particular song is credited to Rabin, Anderson, and Squire. So certainly Chris had been doing a lot of work, I think, with Trevor in the early stages. And then when John joined and added his vocals, he made suggestions that seemed to probably improve things a little bit. So he gets credits where his vocal arrangements, I guess, have made an impact on the song. And this is the only song on the album that is credited as produced by Trevor Horn and Yes, as opposed to all the others which are produced by Trevor Horn. Which again makes, I don't know why, but this particular track, there's a reason I played it today, because it's the one that hit home with me first of all. I like it very much. So there we are. Yes, so those philosophical questions, when is yes not yes? I was being a bit silly earlier on, but I think the question holds true now. Is this yes? Certainly, what do we say about Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman Howe? Because I want to play music from that album, because that is a wonderful album, but of course it hasn't got Chris Squire on it. So it's like 4/5 of yes. Then we've got the Union album, which is we'll play something. We'll play some Union tracks, but it's a strange work, that one. But that's everybody. Why not get everybody in? Except Peter Banks. Shame. Poor Peter Banks. He didn't get mentioned. And yes, let's stop there. Okay, everybody, please. I'd be thrilled if you put your points of view in the comments section. I really do look forward to a nice debate. And if you don't like it, please tell me you don't like it. If you do like it, tell me that as well. Tell me the songs you'd like me to play. We've got lots of Yes Fridays ahead of us. Some, we'll soon be running out of the classic lineup. So we will be playing other stuff, of course. And of course, we've got some epic track reviews on a Monday that will surely be taken up by Close to the Edge and Gates of Delirium and things like that. But please let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to the channel and you want to see what we've done, we've got playlists below dedicated to certain bands and general playlists for prog rock and for forgotten classics, forgotten gems. Have a look in there and see what you think. And subscribe to the channel because we do a video every single day. If you like what we've done today, please click on the like button as well, because that helps us get out to more people. But that will be it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to seeing you on another video, which will be tomorrow, the next one, because we do one every day. But until then, have a lovely Yes Friday. Cheers, everybody.